We want you to let your creativity take flight today and produce a dish worthy of Andrea's restaurant. Take a cue from the dishes that Andrea has presented to you and create something that is modern and has influence from all over the globe. This is a challenge where you get to think out the box.
It's not an easy challenge because we've really got to draw from ourselves and put that on the plate today. And I don't want to push myself too far that I don't even finish the dish.
You will have 60 minutes in which to create a fabulous dish that can feature on Andrea's menu. The pantry will be open for the duration of the challenge.
When you've got an open pantry, you don't set your mind on a recipe, which is a bad thing. That slows you down, it makes you confused.
Andrea, would you like to start them off?
Sure. On your marks, get set, cook.
They want us to think completely quirky. So I do think in today's challenge it was ideal that we had an open pantry.
I'm very nervous. I hope that I don't go too out of the box or too safe. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
My concept was in my head. All I could do then was get the ingredients I knew I needed for my pasta, and the rest of the idea kind of formed as I saw the various ingredients in the pantry. The lemongrass, the basil, the coriander. I know I've got to get my pasta started very quickly.
I feel so inspired, but I'm actually more overwhelmed because, you know, I've got all these components in my head, but no, I still don't know what I'm going to make.
15 minutes have gone, and there are 45 minutes remaining.
Journey.
Yes, Chef. I'm making a curried chicken strudel with a Moroccan-inspired rice pudding and with the ensembles that go with it, and a rita as a drink. A curry, which is from my hometown, so that's where the inspiration came from.
It sounds like a fabulous dish in terms of flavours and textures. Is it not a bit ambitious for the short time period you've got?
I'm hoping it will come through. I'm pushing it.
Just looking at what you've already got going on, I don't think you need to stress overly about how many things you've got to accompany it, because I think you've already got like a lot of different flavors going on in your main components.
Yeah, I'm not going to add too much. I do think it's doable within the hour. My pastry's the only one that I kind of touch and go about, and I'm just really hoping that I've got enough time to put it in the oven and puff it out.
Karen,
Yes, Chef.
tell us what you're making.
I'm trying to make a surf and turf combination, like a yin and yang, you know, have the two sides.
What is going with that?
It's my mussel gratin that I'm making with the spicy cream with smoked mackerel and mussel combined, put back in the shell. I made my own bread. I'm making sage fritters where I put a anchovy in between sage and I make a batter and I pop that in.
You're making a lot of stuff. I'm a little bit worried about the number of components.
Yes, yeah.
Whether you're going to end up with too much going on. Maybe already now make a decision about if you weren't going to finish everything, what is not necessary.
Just too much, yes.
Well, Karen, just over half an hour left. I hope you get them all done. Let's see.
The reason why I've chosen so many elements is I want to showcase my abilities, but, you know, I don't want it to backfire as well because it can go horribly wrong.
There might be too many elements. I hope they all come together. We'll have to wait and see. But she seems well inspired. You can see that spark in the eye as well, which is nice to see.
And I quite like that it is a little bit mad, which she's doing. I mean, it is.
30 minutes have gone. You have 30 minutes remaining. It is lovely to see that twinkle in the eye. We gave you a blank canvas. Use that creativity, guys. It's smelling great. There's some great ideas out there, and keep cracking on.
I'm making savory pancakes. I've never tried this before, but I took inspiration from other dishes and I just put it into one little pancake.
Kumo,
Chef.
how are the pancakes going?
Good, good. I'm putting everything in now.
Do you mean like a folded crepe, like a stuffed pancake, or...?
Like a crumpet.
Like a crumpet.
Okay,
Yeah,
like a
things
crumpet.
in it,
Okay.
yeah.
Doing two different pancakes?
Yes. Here it's a Middle Eastern inspired pomegranate, and I made ostrich, cumin, dry coriander, and aubergines. And then in this one, it's going to be Asian inspired. I've got some mussels in there.
Is there something moistening that pancake from the outside?
As in what
Like
am I
a
going to
sauce
serve it?
or a
Yeah,
thing?
this one I'm going to make like a Asian dipping sauce.
Okay, well, we'll leave you to crack on because you really do need to get finished today.
Okay, thanks. I'm worried that they might not understand what I was trying to get from this plate. So I'm just hoping that it works as well as it does in my head.
We've got 15 minutes left. Not only is there an apron at stake, but we really would like to show Andrea what we're up to.
It's with 15 minutes left, I do realize that time's are ticking. You know, samosas need to be fried and they need to sit for a bit. Just have my ginger that needs to crisp up for some texture. I'm just rushing to try to get everything done.
Kumo's made ostrich meat. She's taken it off the heater, it didn't cook it out for very long, and then she's chopped some aubergine into it, which hasn't cooked out, and it's still raw. It's going to be a mouthful of raw aubergine.
Right now I'm making my pancakes. I'm worried that it won't cook on time.
Andrea, your overall view now of what's happening and what they should be doing and what we're expecting at the end.
Well, so far, I must say, I'm quite amazed at the stuff that they're coming up with. It's all so completely different. I can see that they've each got their own voice, and that's quite amazing. Because of the fact that they're putting such odd things together, it's quite difficult to tell at this point who is actually going to make that work, because it's touch and go with some of them. It's sort of on the brink.
Your food is very visual in terms of the plates and the boards that it's served on. So they mustn't leave it too late to start thinking about how it's actually going to be presented.
Yeah, and that becomes more complicated when you've got so many different elements.
Yeah, very true.
My tortellini's just come out. I'm finishing off the broth, so it looks like I'm on track.
My strudel pastry. It hasn't puffed out, and it needed another 10 minutes in the oven. And I'm just really hoping that I've got enough time to cook it through.
There's lots still to be done. Basically, the plating.
I want to do her proud, and I hope this is a dish that she would like as well.
I'm getting there, and it's looking better as I go along.
Only 5 minutes remaining. You need to finish up those plates and get ready to serve.
5 minutes go so fast. Before you know, it's going to be 60 seconds, you know, and I still have to think of how I'm going to plate this dish up. The samosas are already out, the dipping sauce is almost done, so start filling up the plate with whatever elements I already completed.
I still need to make a dipping sauce for my Asian-inspired pancakes.
You only have 60 seconds left.
I run into the pantry to go get some soy sauce and fish sauce to make the dip.
Please, Lord, make my pastry puff and go beautiful.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
5 seconds to go, and I yank it out the oven and I put it on my plate and sprinkle all the garnishings on.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That creative flight is now landed. Stop cooking. Well done, guys.
I really put every bit of myself into the dish today and just drew from all my influences, family, friends, and my own personal experience in life that I've had.
I really hope that it's not going to backfire all the different components on the plate.
I'm a bit unsure. I didn't make as many as I like, and I didn't get to taste it. But I'm hoping that the flavors come together and it tastes good.